CIA majors glow in the dark. You can see them if you're driving.
If you're not okay with potentially coming across as cringe, you're not going to get anywhere.
Security. Everybody knows the big guys handle security and the Jews watch the money.
Let's not stereotype people. It's not gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I didn't know you were one of the chosen people.
We have released over 33,000 Epstein documents.
33,000 emails that you deleted. 33 confirmed positive tests. I think we have 33 cases.
33 to be precise.
There are now 33 cases.
For 33 hours.
I'm at the park.
Oh, nice. You back in Houston?
Yeah. I guess it's not really
Right.
Houston. It's like 45 minutes south of Houston. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, just back at the park for now. Well,
I
need to get a Starlink. If the rate cut bet hits, I'm getting a Starlink next month.
Oh yeah, you betting on Kalshi or whatever?
No, you can just do it on Robinhood because maybe I should see if there's better odds on something like that though. So I was gonna do it on what's the one that is ruining the UK along with there's other stuff, but
All of them.
Polymarket.
I feel like Polymarket, Rainbet, Kalshi.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me get Polymarket, but maybe I'll try one of the other ones. I don't encourage gambling, but betting that there'll be a 25 basis point rate cut or just that they won't hold rates where they're at seems like a good bet right now. It's like you can 15x your money on, at least on the Robinhood odds they have. So
Really?
yeah, I put $40 on it. You can make because that's my max stop loss in my trading account. I figured that was the responsible thing to do. And
Getting a Starlink, man, it could be hard though, man. Shit's expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Everything costs fucking an arm and a leg. You can't buy shit nowadays.
Yeah. I gotta not get too ahead of myself, even though silver's way up right now, and I'm feeling pretty good about things.
Hell yeah. I own 2 shares of Pan American Silver.
Nice.
Just made $12 on that.
Yeah.
Nice little. I don't know when I'm gonna get out though. I don't know when the downturn is gonna start. Who knows? How much silver does Venezuela have?
We should have.
Let's open up a mine.
I thought that was the guy in a wheelchair. It was just a kid who put a chair on a one wheel. That's actually, I don't know if
the president of Venezuela did that?
No, this kid that just drove past. Sorry, I'm getting off topic, but I should have asked him.
He put a chair on a one wheel?
If he rigged that up himself or if they have a chair attachment for a one wheel. You know those one wheel things people ride around? Or it wasn't a one wheel, it was the kind you ride like snowboard position, but it's one wheel. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a mono wheel.
Yeah, he just had a lawn chair on that. And he's just ripping it around.
He rides past the college going at least 40 miles per hour on that thing. I'm like, dude, without a helmet or anything, with his hands in his pocket. I'm like, that motherfucker's gonna just eat it one day.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be preying on people's downfalls like that. Maybe that was an opportunity. The Buddha, he showed me.
Maybe I should get one of those things. That'd be pretty fun.
Here's this guy being ignorant as hell.
You can't really carry that much stuff on one of those things, but
yeah, you could wear a backpack, but
yeah,
very dangerous, especially with traffic.
Just ride my bike. It's good for me.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
exercise
videos of
more. NYC cyclists.
What is it?
the NYC cyclists are like bike lane asshole. Or, like people crossing the street who's like motherfucker.
I'm sorry, does it say walk, you Hey, pay attention, you Hey, you on your light. Yep, let's cross without looking. Sidewalk is on your left. Move, let's not block the bike lane. Can we not block the bike lane? Do we not know how bike lanes work? Wrong way, dumb Traffic goes that way, Not your light, genius.
Oh,
You gotta turn into that type of cyclist, like the NYC cyclist.
I don't believe I have any rights as a cyclist. I just assume that, people like cut you off on the crosswalk here. So I stay in the ditch on the side of the road if I have to.
I figure it's, pedestrian rules, you know what I mean? You gotta stay out of the road shit. There's a lot of cyclists here, they think it's the Tour de France right in the middle of the road. It's like, get out of the way. What are you doing? There's bike lanes for a reason. There's bike paths. What the fuck
were we talking about before I derailed it?
Yeah.
Silver, guys,
Silver.
$90.
Pan American.
I'm thinking, Pan American's doing good. I'm thinking maybe, I feel like those psychological numbers, like $100, that'll be a really interesting place once we get up there.
What do you think the downturn would be?
I think likely by February. Not by February, but February would make sense.
Yeah.
And
What's going on with Powell?
I would have to go back through the charts, but I think if we saw a top in February, that would be left translated for
early in the cycle.
For a weekly cycle, and then we would look to head down into later this year. What I decided to do was just hold on to like a third of my physical just to be somewhat responsible. But I think I'll look for a breakdown, or for some bigger numbers to get hit, and then I'll sell a lot of my physical too. And I added a little bit to that because I sold some of that AGQ position because I was just getting pretty big. And then I added like half a share back when we broke out of that. Where did we break? We broke above like the last little range we had. So I might just like trade short term with a little bit of it, but I think it's time to start
an AGQ.
Start taking profits off for sooner than later. What was that?
I need to start just like tracking AGQ because it's like leveraged. So
yeah,
if you use it,
I mean,
like everyone looks at leverage as like, how much leverage should I have? Or like leverage is scary, which is just like retarded. If you got the position size, just times it by 2. If that's within your, your risk, go for it. That's all it is, really. It's just if you're gonna do that position, just take half of it. It's 2x leverage. Might as well just go for it. But I don't know. With this Pizza Hut salary, man, shit's tough. You can't get a Starlink on this Pizza Hut salary. You can't get a decent sized trading account off this Pizza Hut salary. That's why I'm trying to become the manager.
Yeah.
So what I do is I have to get fucked up, but I watch all these videos. It's like, did you ever have to go to summer school?
No, I had to do like a weekend school one time or something because I got in trouble, but we didn't really do anything. I just had to like go hang out at school or something.
Like Saturday school.
Yeah.
I guess in Salmon it was like Friday school.
Yeah.
But summer school was pretty much just like you did like lessons online and then did tests. But this is what the Pizza Hut management training is. You just have to scroll through a bunch of videos. And it's like shit I wouldn't do, shit I would do, and you have to slide the flashcard into wherever. It's degrading shit. So you got to get a little fucked up before you get into it. And it makes it a lot better. But once I get this manager salary, I can support what I can do whatever I want. Somebody just
Nice.
robbed the Pizza Hut. I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but somebody robbed the Pizza Hut.
Damn.
And it was like an inside job. It was like corporate espionage.
Huh.
It was so dumb.
That
The person,
Pizza Hut or like the wider somewhere at the top?
oh no, it was like this Pizza Hut. It was like one of the managers.
Like somebody just taking a little out of the register? Or?
They came in at like 3 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around that time frame. Well, the fucking haunted ghost Pizza Hut, there's like poltergeist activity, but this guy, he
Using.
trudged through it. He's like, I don't care about the ghosts. He went into the safe, didn't break into it. He like had a code, set up the tills, like set up the registers, stole all the money from the registers, put everything back, and then just like dipped and left one of the doors unlocked. All the doors were locked, supposedly, but he left one unlocked. It was like I shouldn't be telling. I'm not even supposed to know any of this. All right, it's real tight knit. What they got going on right now. People testifying, and I need character witnesses. People are saying like, you know what I mean? Did this one guy? He knew the manager that got fired. He's like, yeah, whatever. You know. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but yeah, the Pizza Hut got fucking robbed. I found out people are saying there's ghosts, there's poltergeist activity, and so I'm trying to get to the bottom of that.
It could have just been it could have been that. Or maybe that's what it's been the whole time. Maybe it hasn't been the ghost. It's been an insider breaking into the safes, stealing a couple pepperonis here and there.
I steal more than a couple pepperonis. Not anything monetary, but I still, I'll take a pizza home.
Yeah, nothing wrong
I'll
with
take
that.
I'll take a 6-piece wing. You know me. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with some. It was funny that night. I went to Connor's house. I slept over at Connor's house like 6 in the morning. I got up and instead of hopping the fence, I decided I just wanted to walk around. So I walked probably about 2 acres of just people's backyards and like hopped a fence, hopped another fence, and then went to the neighborhood where my car was. It was great. I'm not really making any sense here. We're not staying on a certain subject, but I just wanted to bring that up. Sometimes that's what life is all about. All right, that was
Yeah.
around the time I started thinking, it was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take things a little light here. All right, what am I, fucking Jocko? What am I gonna wake
Yeah.
up in the freezer? Wake up in my wake up in my fucking freezer? Type on a Chinese keyboard? But
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be stressed out and fired up. And maybe I should be a little bit more. But as long as you understand the reasons you need to be, or the reasons you could be all fired up and stressed out all the time, it's better to operate from a place of calm and being like, things I think they're gonna work out for me.
yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is just let the universe take hold and
Yeah.
ride it out the best of your ability. What are you gonna do as some kind of like feeble mortal being? What can we strive to
Oh, I
do?
mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
What were we saying?
I wouldn't go that far. I think we are gonna eventually, be a part of the Atlantic Renaissance. I think we already are. We're gonna
Well, I just meant
turn
like,
this thing around, but it's just, you don't really have to freak out about like what's gonna happen next year and
yeah. I
tell
was thinking you don't have to worry
scream to
about.
everybody about it. Maybe we should. I don't know. I was trying to get more fired up for this, but I'm like, you know what? It's all right if I'm just a little more mellow. I can
I was
it kind of
thinking the
feels a
exact
little
same
bit better.
thing. I've been trying to get fired up in general. I've been drinking so many energy drinks, like those Starbucks canned coffees, especially.
Yeah.
Just get amped.
I mean,
I don't think that's the right thing. I should just, fuck up by a ball of Alpha Brain. I think the Alpha Brain, I don't know if it was just placebo. Even if it was positive results. Alpha Brain was pretty swag.
yeah, I might have to try that out. I was
But I was
real
talking
fired up.
about
I was going off on the last one, and then I was coming back on the plane, and I was like, this weird sore throat thing I have hasn't really gone away. And then I was like, well, because I'd already been, rethinking, who I want to be, reprioritizing my life. And then I was coming back on the plane, and I was like, well, I think I have cancer. So I do that every once in a while, and I go, I start looking into it. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I have throat cancer. I think I have
yeah.
testicular cancer. I need to start fasting. Get this to go away. So I was gonna start. Then they gave me some free. That's another thing about just like you could just be nice and you just be nice to people and like calm and things will generally work out better for you. The flight got delayed. Everybody was freaking out in the airport, and then they said, thanks for being so nice about it, not yelling at us. And
Yeah, not freaking the fuck out.
they gave me some food credits. They gave me like $12.
They have to be especially thankful. People in crowds usually tend to just freak the fuck out. They're like, I don't know what else to do. You guys want
Yeah.
to start screaming?
What I'm saying is just go along. Like you're gonna live in an airport. You're gonna be
And
happy.
you'll be happy.
Just go along with it,
Yeah.
guys. It's not that big of a deal. Just accept the credits and be a good boy. I'm not saying that, but not on like a large scale if things are, oppressive.
Did you have to get
but
your face scanned?
just on a day-to-day basis in the airport, you don't have to be mean to the lady trying to reschedule your flight. And then if you can just on the plane too, they gave me my little snack. I said thank you, and they said you're the first person that said thank you. Here's a couple more. Here's all the snacks.
How early were you there?
What is it?
What time did you get there? How early? Like when you're getting the, they said,
I got there like
thank you.
Oh, I was probably. Well, it was past all. I was past all the the elite seating.
Oh,
so
of course.
I'm probably probably a dozen,
exactly.
probably a dozen to 15 people past the elite seating there. I was the first person to say thank you. And,
What a fucking shame.
got a little something out of it.
Yeah. I wanted to say though, like, well, honestly, how much was that flight? You were saying flights were cheap. You were looking at them. How much was that flight?
Oh, the last flight I got was $180 from Boise to Houston. But I did a thing where they like maybe flights aren't getting that much cheaper. I did a flight where you pick or you don't pick, they just like pick your time and your airline and fit you in somewhere. So that's why it was a little bit discounted. But I think it does seem like the flights are cheaper. Does seem like there weren't that many people in the airports. And I might have said this on the last one. And there was like I went to had a layover at the San Francisco airport the first flight. That airport was not very busy at all. There were a lot of ads for like data, AI, and there was a robot arm making the coffee at this little coffee cubicle. And there were not a lot of people in the airport. And I said, this may be a sign. I don't know how much time we got here before things
January is its
for
own
a lot of people.
I mean, it should be all right. January is like its own little recession period.
Yeah.
It's right after Christmas. The budget's been spent. It's the first of the year.
Yeah.
We're not going to roll anything out. Everything's been fucking soaked, fucking blood dry. We're gonna hang on a little bit, and not only from like the advertiser, but the consumer too. It's like, oh fuck, I had to go visit my in-laws for Christmas. I'm not gonna spend any more money, at least until February.
Yeah. Yeah,
I wanted to
true.
go
That
back and say though, we're talking about like not being like Jocko and shit. It's like you got to realize as an individual, we're not gonna turn the world off its access. Chill out a little bit. Do what's right by, the people you can actually interact with. But
yeah.
don't go off into this tangent because how long is that really gonna last? I watched the Liver King. I bought parts of the Liver King documentary on Netflix. I could not finish it. They kept showing him doing like fucking push-ups and running around and shit. I'm like, that was the majority of the footage. Like Jesus Christ. But it's like you could do all this shit, be dedicated as much as you want, but the collective conscious is always gonna move on and like working with the universe is more important than that. Like adjusting with it. It's like you might as well not get too caught up in one time frame or like one project, however long it's gonna last because, the wheels keep on spinning. But sorry, yeah. Fuck, I went
Yeah.
off on another rant. I keep going off on these rants and maybe I'm just getting too fried. I walk into rooms nowadays, I'm like, what was I walking in here for? That's not how my conversations are nowadays. Start talking is like, what did I start talking about?
I don't know what we were talking about. I was talking about how I was like I definitely have cancer. I have to figure out what to do now. So I
Yeah.
started I don't know, I did like started fasting for like 2 days. Then I was like, I actually feel really good. And I was like, started researching it, and I was like, all right, I gotta start like running around and sweating a lot,
Yeah.
getting all this stuff out.
That
Eating
that that
some
always
eating some onions and some I read in my mom's witchcraft book when I had the ear infection that
Mhm.
fasting and eating cabbage juice um, cures cancer or something, can help. So I fasted and I ate some cabbage and I was just trying to be healthy the last couple of days and you know go run around, ride my bike and stuff. And I was like, maybe even if I don't have cancer, I should just keep doing this because I feel pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You don't have to like take it to the extreme and let it consume your life, but
that's
everything
what
you're
he did
doing
in
should just
that's what
add
he
to
did in Taxi Driver.
the quality of your life and where it's going. It doesn't have to be like the all consuming thing.
Yeah.
What happened in Taxi Driver? He thinks he's gonna die all the time.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in like one of the other episodes, but it's like he thinks he has cancer, but that's just like a guy thing. Like your stomach starts hurting, it's like, or your chest, and you're like, well, this is it. Having a heart attack. Guess I'm gonna fucking die right here.
Yeah,
But
it could happen though.
it goes back to just living in the extremes though. It's like going too crazy on a health kick because
Yeah,
you think you're gonna die.
I think
Or
it's
it's like
good to do
some
once in a
people
while.
take
Be
the
like, damn, what if I'm gonna die, or like, what if you know, sometimes I go, dang, I
yeah,
think
too much of a good thing could be bad though.
yeah, I think
If
I
you
have,
become like a Jesus freak or like a health nut, go too
yeah,
crazy with the training.
yeah,
That's too
right,
much of a good thing right there.
yeah, because a lot of times it turns out, you know, it's not cancer. It's just like the little tubes on your nuts are. That's just how they are. But it's still
Oh yeah.
something good to think about. Like,
Yeah, be wary.
yeah, what,
Be cautious.
maybe I should pay attention and think about that stuff and how what actually matters to me. Once in a while, you go, I'm gonna die or I'm gonna be sterile, and it's good to think about that stuff and not take it for granted. Not
You get a sperm count.
appreciate. You gotta kind of have. You gotta at least maybe you don't actually have to lose those things, hopefully, anything in your life, but if you consider how you would feel if you did lose it, make you appreciate it a little bit more, take things a little more seriously. But
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, with the Jesus thing, it's like I definitely think religion is good and you could like get into that in the right way, but I do think you're right in that it does
Too
control
much of a good thing.
it controls how open people are to like possibilities of other stuff in their life if they're just like too focused on like this is my path. It's like being if I remember the definitions correctly, it's like you want to be an idealist, not an ideologue. You want to be someone who's in the pursuit of trying to find the best thing in the best way, not someone who goes, I found the best thing, I found the best way, this is it, this is the path, this is the there's always a ultimatum, it's this or that, and I have to follow this way. Because
yeah,
I was
we're not being open to other things because you're like, no, that's blasphemous, that's sacrilegious, that's outside of my doctrine. I can't even give it any thought, or it's heretical.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you can't be like that. How are you going to learn anything? And it's like, that's the trap of Christianity. Not only Christianity, I guess you could say religion. That's the trap of everything, is that it's like dogmatic. It's like the number one rule: don't read any other books. Only read this book. It's like, well, okay, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you think I'm going to do? Like I'm some kind of mook. Like I'm some kind of mute, some kind of dunce. But
there was I was walking through Boise and there's a couple people on the street trying to spread the word. Like around my
were
age.
they like anti-abortion guys?
No, they were just like, come to our church or whatever, and like pray with us or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, yeah, sure, I'll pray with you guys. And then they wanted me to come up with a prayer, and I was like, I don't really have any like thing wholesome to pray about, I guess. Or I was like, I guess I better come up with like something wholesome. Like we could pray to like help me sell my boat, because my grandma, she's been doing, she did a novena for me, which I really appreciate. I think, that's really nice. If you want to do something like that, help me sell my boat. And I really appreciated that. So I was like, we could just keep that going. And I was like, actually, let's pray for the glorious future and the rise of Atlantis too. And then they didn't really get what I was trying to pray about, so they kind of went off on their own prayer of like, whatever they were into. And then I was like, all right, this is really great. Give me your numbers, and I'm gonna send you some links so we can, you can join us. You can spread your word, and we can also, amass our, you can have access to all the resources that we're gathering together as a group in Atlantis too. And I'll send you the links. I'll send you what it's about. So I sent this guy over the podcast, and I sent him the link to the Discord, and he was like, oh, what's this about? And then I sent him the the intro, the new members doc or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just was like, if you ever come, he's like, so this is the address to our church. At this time, it's like, I was like, okay, if I ever come through, maybe I'll go. But it's like, they just weren't at all open to, because it's not even contradictory to anything that they were saying. It just
they just got like a one-track mind.
It just sounds a little bit out there, and I don't even know if they read through it or they didn't join. And maybe the other people would have, but I don't even think he sent it to him. He didn't want to even, you know, like,
He doesn't
oh,
even have the level of consciousness to acknowledge it. Is the
yeah,
way I see it. Like you're just so focused on like getting like money for your church. That's all it is getting money for the church. They don't care if you come. They want you to be there, but you got to give a little donation first.
that could be part
That's
of
all.
it.
Like that's like church fundraising is the fundamental. So it's like when he saw that, he's like, I don't know, this guy. Okay, whatever. Just go back to my sales pitch. And it's like not
Yeah,
to rag on anybody, but that's what everything is about nowadays. Get your money and get the fuck out. We're gonna pass around this little basket. Better got something to give. But I
yeah.
don't know. I have a lot of qualms against the organized church.
I think that's a good point, and I think that's a good point with like any organization is,
It's dogmatic fucking oppression. It's fascism.
yeah,
It really is what fascism is.
and yeah, the reason the reason that most people think that people are doing things are part of an organization, or even the reasons a lot of people, and even myself at times, believe that they're pursuing something, are often not true. Um, but yeah,
What do you mean? What do you say?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it justice, but I was just thinking about that in terms of how it uh maybe overlaps with. I just watched the second video in the new predictive history series, the game theory series. I think there's like
Hmm.
4 videos out, but I watched the second one, which is why school sucks. Um,
Like
and
public school?
yeah, or any schools really. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Is it saying they're like prisons? I remember like Jaden Smith. I kind of remember the predictive history video, but I mostly remember Jaden Smith being like the bell. It's like prison conditioning.
There's too many correlations between public schools and prisons. The fact that you have the long hallways, the fact that you have a fixed response to authority, the fact that, oh, there's a specific time when you can go outside and play, and then there's a specific time that you can come back in. And the way that you're notified with that happening is through the bells. They're subconsciously getting you to have a fixed response to authority and understanding what it's going to be like when you are in prison. It's like,
Which makes a lot of sense. Jaden Smith was making the argument that like public schools or schools in general is like conditioning for prison because there's like a bell, you eat at this time, you gotta listen or else we'll put you in like solitary fucking confinement. Which pretty much that's what the detentions were, was just solitary confinement, in school suspension. Sit there, eat the goy slop, as they would call it nowadays, out of the trays.
yeah.
Dehumanizing. It's prepping you for prison. But what's his name? John Xiang, Professor John
Oh,
Xiang.
Professor Jang.
Yeah, Professor
Uh,
Zhang Chuan.
I think that's it. I should know how to. I don't know if I know how to pronounce his first name,
Yeah,
but
I feel bad. I don't know how, but whatever.
yeah.
What was he saying about schools?
Um. So I guess not. I guess. In 2008, he he went over to the U.S. He went to Yale. I think he was like an English major, if I remember right. And then they brought him back. Went back to China, 2008. And they wanted him to. He was a teacher and had some sort of administrative position, I believe, at this school, which was, and he really just started reorganizing it and changing how the school ran, and it started to become this really successful school for what he thought they wanted the school to be successful in, which was helping the kids to be interested in learning and educating them well so that they could get into a good school after that, a good college after that, and they were
So
successful.
was that like
doing
the
that.
Was that like the course that he like puts on YouTube now? Was that like the same
Um,
idea that he was doing?
some of it, or this was kind of the story he goes through is sort of his formation of his current thinking, as far as I understand it, or that was part of the video.
It's like the backstory, like the lore.
Yeah, it was sort of, you know, it was sort of sounds like it's sort of what got him more fired up, and once he figured out, oh, this is how it works.
Okay.
Because he did all that, and then he got fired because they were like, actually, that's not what we want. The stuff, all of these different groups playing the game say they want is, or you assume they want, is often very different from what it is in reality. I would just recommend everybody go and watch the video, but it's like,
What is this predictive history episode?
Yeah, predictive history. The new series that's been coming out over the past few weeks, as of what is today, the 15th of January. So the new series that's been coming out, there's the Great Book series, which I haven't watched, and I watched the first two in the Game Theory series. But I really think it applies to the dynamics of any organization, and that his methodology, his way of analyzing how that works and how to interact with it, seems to be really effective. But I think it applies to that guy who, was just like, oh, just go to the church and, kind of shut your brain off and follow the rules, and let's not look at this other stuff. Let's not worry about that. That's too much. That's too far.
Yeah. Have you just been YouTubing it, dude? Have you just been YouTube history?
A decent amount. I try to like, I'm trying to get on and just watch like a full one of those lectures or something every day. Well, I don't know about every day, but once in a while, instead of just doing YouTube for a while. I try to, not too much, but
I just been on the YouTube, I'm like YouTube historian, just fucking watching videos about like World War One, or about like any kind of war. Actually, it's like how good, like shit's titled like how Chechens got so good at smoking Russian soldiers. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I'll watch that shit. Or like, I don't know. I don't know why I've been watching videos like that. Maybe it's for preparation for the, the new age. Whatever happens, whatever's gonna happen there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty
interesting.
weird, but I don't know what it's gonna be like. I guess we'll just see how far the 4-year cycle extends in these markets. Then that'll give us a pretty good indicator. I think that's something really interesting I heard about recently. Listening to Camel was before 2020, because he knows I would say he's a master of the financial cycles, and he knew that we've been in an uptrend for more than should be expected in a 4-year cycle, in
Mm-hmm.
in stocks and
Overextended.
in the other markets. Yeah. So he knew that there was going to have to be a big correction, and that it was going to have to come really quickly, and it was going to be really drastic. And then, if it lines up for something like that to happen, so he's like, oh, there's got to be like a World War III or something coming along. And then he was like, oh, just a pandemic, thankfully. But that's a good indicator that something really, really major is going to happen. So I'm kind of hoping that we the markets head down in the next,
Present some opportunity.
now to the next 3 months rather than June or later. Because if it gets to June or later, then I'm thinking we're looking at something really drastic happening in the world, which we're going to look at regardless. But it's going to be very extreme if things keep pushing into later this year.
I wonder what it'll be. I wonder if there'll be any any armed conflicts.
Yeah.
What scale we're gonna go into? Maybe we're gonna reinstate the draft. Who knows?
Yeah, no,
No,
I hear people bring that up, and I hear little whispers of it, and I go, huh.
It's more just like drunk
I don't know what to
boomer
think of it, because I
conspiracy.
wonder if that is something coming through a little bit, that something like that's coming up.
It'd be horrifying. It'd be horrifying. It's like
Do
going
it. I
back
don't care.
to the
I don't care.
the
Do it.
to the shit
Draft.
no, dude. The shit I be watching on YouTube, like the way infantry fights nowadays is absolutely horrifying, dude. You have to get within like 30 meters of a guy to be able to fucking see him and kill him. Like the way they
Yeah.
fight in Ukraine and shit. And then especially, like, yeah, I don't know, being on Twitter or whatever, watching motherfuckers fight each other. Like the firefights there, and it's like, oh my God, dude. It's literally like 50-50 whether you're gonna make it or not. Because you're just that close.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. If we do ever go to blows with whoever, it's just gonna be horrifying. It's gonna be trench warfare because it's like short of firing nukes, that's all you can do is just dig in and try not to
Yeah.
get hit by some fucking machine gun fire.
Or a drone. Or just
Yeah.
sit there while a drone hits you.
The thing with like infantry and drones is like mostly it's like recon drones because obviously if you're an army you're like can't get too much funding to be blowing up a drone every day. So it's like you get some infantry got some drones to look over everything, but they're like they can't see exactly where everyone is. They're like, oh, you got a guy like 10 meters in front of you. Just be wary of that. Look out. It's like by that
Oh,
point
I
he's
see.
already like right on top of you with an RPG. Like they're just shooting like rockets at each other from very, very close distances. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I just see the
What am I
videos
going
where
on this rant for?
it's just some guy in the, in a hole or whatever, that the drone hits him. It's like,
Oh
damn.
yeah. The morale is so low that it's like you have the most suicides by soldiers in this conflict.
Mm.
Like Vietnam morale was low. Everyone was, smoking, doing heroin, smoking fucking weed out of a shotgun barrel. But now you have actually motherfuckers capping themselves. Like, well, my leg's broken. My leg's broken. No one's gonna come get me. Might as well fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
And it's like that's war now. That's just what we're doing.
It's primitive. You see what's happening. It's primitive. All the
It's like
people dying.
War
Nobody
has
could
changed.
do what we do. Did you hear that? The
Who said
I
that?
think it's a phone call from Trump. He's like, nobody could do what we do. Where he's talking about going in and getting Maduro. He's like, see all the people dying in Russia. It's primitive.
Oh my God.
He's like, nobody could do it the way we do it.
It is kind of primitive, honestly.
Yeah. We're gonna come in there with
those Luddites.
We're gonna come in with the what was that thing they
B-2
had?
bombers, bro.
Like
the
advanced
Apaches.
room. We're gonna have like sonic weapons. We're gonna have shit from like Ghostbusters. I shouldn't say we because
Yeah, we're gonna put motherfucking souls
I'm not
in a
taking credit
box.
for it, and I'm not saying it's good, but yeah.
Nah, you kind of gotta take pride in being American. And be like, yeah, we fuck them up. It's like being Mike Tyson. America's kind of like Mike Tyson in his prime, except now we're kind of like Mike Tyson after he went to prison, and
Mm.
so it's like you still got action, you're still scary as fuck, but not too many people actually respect you. They mostly fear you. But you still
Yeah.
gotta take pride in the fact motherfuckers fear you. It's like, yeah, we're America. Yeah, we did that. We blew the fuck out of Venezuela.
Yeah. I was kind of like mad about that when that first happened because I did kind of talk about that like a couple weeks ago of that
I
I
was like, world
thought this
peace.
was
What
gonna
the fuck?
happen. Like a month ago or whatever on that one we didn't put out because I was like, dang, Maduro really seems like a good guy and
Yeah.
they're gonna go take him out. But then I go, maybe there's a deeper level to it, and maybe he's just a player, and maybe he's just an actor in this thing, and it was all kind of planned out on some higher level. I really don't know.
I
But
couldn't tell you, but that just sounds like a fucking Call of Duty mission. Abducting the president of Venezuela.
yeah,
It's like, what is this, the 60s? It's like, I was actually, honestly, I was like talking to one of the drivers at Pizza. I was like, nah, dude. I was like, they'll be fine. I was like, we'll give them a president that's like form fitted for
right.
democracy. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll give them a good president. We'll everything will be okay. They'll live. They gotta worry too
Somebody,
much. This Maduro guy, he'll be okay.
yeah. I guess America, we kind of are like the Mike Tyson. Not Mike Tyson, actually. Mike Tyson's pretty wise. America is just like a big,
We're like the
strong,
Undertaker.
uh, rich, dumb guy. And then we
We're like
have,
Stone Cold.
yeah, then we have like we have like an evil, satanic bitch wife
Helen.
that's like, Israel and like some other people. Not Israel, but like the Zionist factions, uh it's not a monolith. There's other groups. There's, the Freemasons, maybe the Jesuits or whatever. And
Yeah. Do you think
she just kind of controls us.
America kind of is like a polyamorous relationship. My girlfriend said she's doing this lady's nails and she's in a polyamorous relationship, so she has a husband and a boyfriend.
Mm.
And then also, let's take this podcast to the next level. It's like when I was serving at Pizza Hut. Also, now mostly I'm making pizzas, which is swag. Pretty soon I'm gonna be running this fucking Pizza Hut. But
Hell yeah.
these two guys, these two fucking fanoiks come in and they have a baby. And the baby's like crying and shit and it's saying like mama and it's like two fucking gay guys have a baby. I'm like, holy shit. If I'm not really homophobic, but now I kind of feel homophobic. I'm like, this shit is fucked up. And they didn't leave a tip, they left a mess. I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like you're not homophobic, but you guys didn't leave a tip. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit's
Yeah.
unnatural. It makes me think this shit's a little bit more unnatural. But I think two gay guys with
Yeah.
a baby is about as unnatural as a polyamorous relationship. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
I definitely would have that gut instinct feeling, I think, but it'd be interesting, I guess, to see the long-term
Yeah.
effects that has on that kid.
Something I've observed too is seems like sexual deviants have dirty ass houses. They're not dirty ass houses, but they just have dirty people. They probably have really dirty houses. They don't wash. uh, you know, I don't see it. You're so focused on who you're fucking having shit on your dick that you can't take care of yourself. It's just very
Yeah.
awkward. It's very unnatural. It's like I don't want to be Mr. Hate Monger, super fucking crazy. But it's just it irks me. It rubs me the wrong. It kind of grinds my gears.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think the
I honestly have no point. Like what I'm trying to get at.
no, I think there's a lot there. Just on on a personal level, I think I would say from experience, like all of the debauchery available and um, you know, pushed or nowadays is definitely has a bad effect on people's minds and where things are going. I mean, like I've been off the nog for years, but I feel like it's only in the last like couple months. I feel like I finally got my brain cleaned out and I'm back in control. You know what I mean?
You've been
Uh
off the nog?
yeah, after pornography.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
when you're a kid and you get into that stuff, like I would guess most kids do, it's like I think it is having a pretty bad effect on everything that
yeah,
we're not even really seeing in its entirety. I think we're just starting to see how bad those effects are going to be on the world.
yeah. Especially getting into the like, shit's just gonna get worse and worse on the technology front. So it's like any way you can combat that, you know, the nog, the effects of the nog, the brain nog, bro, the
Yeah,
brain fog brought on by shit like that. I think brain rot. They call it brain rot. It's like not for nothing. Like that shit actually creates gray matter in your brain, and
right.
so I don't get caught up in the nog anymore. I don't got the brain nog. I got the Instagram brain fog though.
Yeah.
That shit hurts like a motherfucker. But
Well, on that front, I definitely need
that's
to
a
learn
crucial
more.
step though, is getting off that like that front
Yeah,
of fucking up your brain with porn, dude. Especially
yeah,
like kids nowadays, like 99% of the population is gonna suffer from it, but anyone that we can get. Well, it goes back to like, don't take it to the streams. Don't be a fucking cornball about it. I hate those guys on TikTok. They're like, they cut up a steak and then like an egg and an avocado on a cutting board. And like this and a Christian woman, and it's like, yo, oh yeah, you don't
sounds
have to
pretty
go
good.
that. Yeah, I guess so, but it's like you don't have to go. You don't have to go about making your whole personality about, I don't even know, eating a steak. I eat a steak too every once in a while. Okay, okay. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
not a piece
I,
of
I
shit. I
see,
don't
I
make
see,
my
I
whole
see what you're
personality
saying.
about it.
You can just be a normal person too. You don't have to let that, you know,
Because it's not being
be your
real. It's
whole
like,
personality in your whole life too.
you know how Obama said he wanted like peace, and what did he say? Equality, not equality, something about peace or equality or something like that. Like, no, he didn't. He wanted votes. You know what I mean? That's like the same vibe I get from all these people. It's like, you don't want fucking steak and eggs on a next to an avocado on a cutting board. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's like you're
Right.
just doing it to post.
Yeah.
It's like disingenuous.
Right.
I need to get more articulate. I feel if I could articulate myself, maybe we could militarize. I could do some like
I,
revolution, some socialist revolution type stuff.
I think you explained that pretty well. I think it's just,
We can get it
I
together.
think it's back to that concept of being an idealist or being an ideologue. It's back to the guy that, maybe I'm making some assumptions about him, but just as an example, I'm not saying this is 100% that the guy that was trying to get me to come to his church, but from what I got, it didn't seem like he was after. It didn't seem like he was 100% after the pursuit of a connection to the source or to God or to the pursuit of knowledge. It seemed like he was just trying to be part of, like, it seemed like he was just after structure, and
he's like a pawn, bro.
yeah, after finding like some way that he could be like, this is a solid thing that I can just be safe and feel okay about everything with.
Yeah, I kind of want to be a little real
that's an
here.
ideal.
I want to be a little based. I think the church hires retards. You know what I mean? Like the guy like the boss is like his own kind of retard, but he knows how to manipulate people. So he hires like lesser retards of like lesser strength, and then they spread the message. Like, oh, dude, you got to go do this fundraising. You got to go get people to like come in on Sunday. Once they're in the building, they're gonna give us at least $5. And
Right.
it's like, that's kind of the truth of the matter. And it's like, it's not really sacrilegious to be against that idea of the church, like the modern church. It's like I'm more into the divine spark within all of us. I'm more into like, I don't know, Jesus Christ, not the church. It's that personal connection.
Yeah. I need to watch through the rest of those predictive histories where he was talking about how Paul, distorted everything, created the church as we know it now. But
yeah, I mean,
yeah, no, I'm with you there.
These mega church, like, yeah, it's like commercializing the church is like, what the hell? What are you guys doing? I can't believe it. I think because you think about it in the eyes of Jesus Christ, like Jesus Christ, the canon of Jesus Christ would even be upset about this. He would start flipping the fucking tables, like he did. But then you start, then you read the Apocryphon of John, start getting into the Nag Hammadi library, like a real patriot, a real member of the faith, and then it's like, oh my God, this is abhorrent. This inspires, hatred in my heart for this modern day church. It's like, dude, the divine spark is lost. It's clouded. It's gone, bro, in these people. But I don't know. A lot of people would say I'm wrong in that. It's like, hey, just keep going to the potluck. See how far that gets you. Keep going to them church potlucks. See how far that gets you, man.
Yeah, right. That's the other thing. I think it's like also is that because that church community or whatever it is, that could be a great thing, but a lot of times I don't think it is because it's centers around everybody conforming to something and agreeing on something, not everyone in pursuit of the ideal or a connection to source.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I just kind of clicked in my brain is like, it's not individualistic at all. The church is comprised of the group of people, the congregation. And so I think it's like, kind of turns me off because, especially with faith and stuff, it has to be individual. And so I think once you start building up this group of people under one belief, whatever it may be, it's inherently like tainted by the mass hysteria, which, like, even if it's just like the mild hysteria. People get so caught up in certain things where it's like not derivative. It takes away from the actual point that we're trying to
Yeah.
get to.
Yeah. I think that actually connects really well with something I maybe hadn't said before, but I think is kind of one of the main 12 ancestral tenets of Atlantis 2 is that
Booyah, lock it down, family.
What I would want to see, and I'm trying to help start, is a group that's not there to be shown the way, but is there to find the way as a group. If that makes any sense, because like I think a lot of people, I don't know if they necessarily want to be weak. I think a lot of them are programmed to be that way, because it's hard to,
I think they're more programmed to see it as like they're not weak, rather than they want to. You know what I mean? They want to be they want to be the way they are because they don't see it as weak.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I like trying to run over ICE agents. Makes you pretty strong, tough guy running over ICE agents, huh? You didn't see that? The guy, they're the fucking lesbian that tried to run over
I
the
saw
ICE
that
agent.
on 33rd Street on the
Yeah,
33rd
big tough guy.
day or
guy
whatever.
with the beanie. Yeah, guy with the beanie, fucking trying to run over
Next
ICE
to the
agent.
T-Rex. There's a lot of weird stuff I never that's another one of those things that like happens and you go, okay, that was like a weird ritual, but I probably maybe I
was
should look
staged for
into it,
sure.
but I just kind of go, okay, that was like a weird ritual and I'm just going to left curve it. Freemasons.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Move on. What is it?
I'm gonna keep that in mind. This that and the shooting that like nobody talks about anymore that just happened. I can't even remember the name of it. Where like the guy was taking like stage photos.
He was what?
Fuck. It was like a pro-Israel rally or something. There's like a shooting. It was like a bald guy, but he was like staging pictures of it.
Oh, Bondi
Fuck.
Beach.
Yeah, Bondi Beach. Like nobody's
Yeah,
talking about Bondi Beach anymore.
A couple of the chosen ones hanging out and they got terrorized. But yeah,
that mass shooting
was
was
some
promised to him 3,000 years ago.
There's some real interesting. David Icke had like a 30-minute video on it.
Interesting PNGs to look at.
I don't
That
know
guy
if
was
I
doing like
watched.
VFX makeup.
Yeah, the guy with like, okay, you're like bleeding and you're in the head wrap, but you're like out here like doing interviews all calm. I don't know, maybe
let me take a
that's
pic
the way
for
it
the
goes.
gram.
And it's like also that guy, was it that guy or is it another guy? There was somebody that was like at October 7th, also at that. It's like this is a little bit too much. You can have a crazy coincidence every once in a while, but
this is absurd almost.
Eventually you go, there's too many 33s here. Things are strange.
This
looks
is some
real.
National Geographic ass shit.
This looks real odd. I think National Geographic is behind this. Moving on, but yeah, that was a weird one. I don't
know. Dude, I kind of want to shout out Tubi. Maybe if we get Tubi as a sponsor, it's kind of like Netflix, but you don't even have to sign in. You can just watch it free with ads. You don't even have to sign in. But I want to shout out Tubi. I've been watching Tubi movies, dude. Like low budget, like horror movies. I just got this interest in ghosts, bro. I want to see some ghosts at the Pizza Hut. I'll explain it to the viewer.
Yeah, go in depth on the supernatural
I'll
pizza
explain
hut
it to you.
activity.
It's like, yeah, I'll go in depth with you, especially. It's like, um, I didn't know the Pizza Hut was haunted, bro. Never in since I knew this Pizza Hut existed, I didn't know it was haunted. But apparently it is. So, you know, I don't think it'll be after I become the manager. Maybe I could try to do it beforehand. You know, just stay late, just pull up. I kind of want to get a little fucked up, so I'm not so scared. Maybe get like a little buzz going. But apparently there's ghosts. There's like poltergeist activity at the Pizza Hut after 11 o'clock.
Damn.
I heard stories like you gotta leave the TVs on, or else the ghost will throw pans at people. So
Hmm. So
apparently
you gotta get in there.
This all
You got
started.
get you a little bottle of vodka. Turn the TVs off. Start drawing some circles on the floor. You know, or
Yeah,
stars or whatever. Light your candles.
after
Just
I
get
confirm paranormal activity, we're definitely doing a fucking some kind of investigation on this place. But I'm
yeah.
hoping I think the main thing the first thing that came to mind was like Solomonic, demon ring magic. I'm like, these motherfuckers could be making, hand tossed pizzas in the bag.
Oh yeah. You could get them. You could bind
Get
them
the ring magic? Yeah,
and
bind them
become
to
the
me.
most successful Pizza Hut in the land.
Yeah, I just watched
That'd be
speaking of
swag.
Tubi, I just watched a movie Hereditary. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not.
It was like this like old lady. She's like grandma. She has grandkids,
Uh-huh.
but she's part of this cult. She was married to that demon Payment, and she was like trying to just get rich as hell, sacrificing her daughter and like her kids. Like all of her grandkids died. Her kid died.
Damn.
Like trying to get payment, trying to get rich off of that.
Not good. Not good.
But it had me thinking. That's why I was like, heard about this Pizza Hut upholstery guy who's able to throw pans. If you
Mm.
can throw a pan, like you can make some breadsticks. You know what I mean? Take the workload off. So it's like I was the manager, and like I'm employing demons at my Pizza Hut. Not demons per se, but the ghosts, the spirits of young children. I don't know. Like I guess that's what they are. But yeah, it was hard to tell if people were fucking with me. But then I figured, I talked to him again, and I was like, yeah, there might be some paranormal shit going on, and I want to see it for myself. So,
How old is the Pizza Hut? How long has it been there?
not sure honestly, but Pocatello's an old town, a
Yeah.
gateway city,
Unknown. That's even more
right on the
supernatural.
railroad. There might be some
Yeah,
dead
yeah.
prostitutes. There might be some dead prostitutes at this Pizza
That
Hut.
makes sense right along the railroad. Yeah. That's where I would go if I was a ghost. I get run over by the train. Go chill in a
And it's
Pizza
like
Hut.
a big Native American presence. Apparently,
Mm,
there's like skinwalkers in Fort Hall.
mm.
People are so native over there, though. You start driving on the back country, they'll shoot at you with fucking bows and arrows. They don't give a fuck. These guys are wild. These guys are actually savages. Also, I was thinking about this the other day. I don't think Salmon High School should have changed their mascot to a bear. Like if we're the savages, like we should have just still been the fucking the Indians. They were savages. They were fucking cutting people's scalps off and shit. They were savages. And there's no need to be ashamed of that. That was just war. If you guys just like doing war all the time, might as well just do it. But we're just trying to represent you for that. I don't know why we got to be bears and shit.
I think everybody was doing that though. Everybody
Yeah,
was like
everyone
getting
liked war.
scalps and like sending them back to Europe, being like, "This is a real Native American scalp. We can get like 10 grand for this back in Europe."
Yeah,
People
people
were
were
doing all sorts
like
of crazy shit,
in like the
eating each
1800s.
other's livers, and it was, you know,
Even as up to the 1800s, like, oh, I bought an Indian scalp from the drugstore. It's been like tanned and prepped. Just hang this up in my bedroom, hanging this up in my son's bedroom.
I wonder
So
how
you want
much
to
it
be
did
you want to be a
cost.
cowboy one day?
Because I heard they did. I heard they did that. I heard they would sell scalps back in Europe as like a little collectible. But I bet
Yeah.
they went for a lot. Anyway,
I
I'm
mean,
getting off track.
even if you're a savage, like take some pride in that. Like the Comanches, like those guys, like all they wanted to do was war. It's like take
Right?
some pride in that. You know what I mean? You guys were the best at war. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And it's like you guys are savages. That's just how it was, man. Still feel
They went
bad.
hard. They had everything efficient. They would well, one, they would have the women do everything, and then the guys would just do uh pretty much just horses and bows and
Hmm.
war stuff. Yeah. And don't think I don't think they weren't able to get past those guys till they got past um muzzle loading rifles, right?
Oh yeah. No, it was before that. It was because they used like plagues, like the Spanish flu, stuff like that. So it was like smallpox was a big one as well,
Oh.
and
But
also just
I think in
killing
the
every
end they
buffalo.
did.
What
Yeah,
you're talking about wasn't until like Civil War type stuff. That was like the first
right.
modern war, as far as like industrialized. That and like World War One. That's that's what like where I start with like World War One with my weird ass history obsession. I think that shit's important though, because eventually we're gonna end up in like trench warfare, fighting over like yards. Especially when everything's destroyed and gone. It's like I don't know. Once you start sending infantry in, that's all you can do is just fight over yards of territories.
Yeah.
But I'm prepared to do that. One
I don't think
second.
I am. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do if they try to get me involved. Because I used to be like, yeah, you want me to kill people, like, just might not be who you intended. I might go, all right, you want me to, this is, God's telling me I need to go into war mode. I'll take this to the next level. But honestly, I think now I'll probably just go into hiding, go off grid, try to start building up Atlantis too, fortifying my small community. The other thing I thought about recently, and if this does happen, I gotta remember this episode and go back and delete it. If I still had the boat, I could have like my AIS system and all that stuff. I'll get out to like the middle of the Gulf somewhere, put in a radio call that my boat's going down, toss all the electronics off, all the AIS, everything off. Get back to star navigation. Just go dark, just disappear. I think that would be a fun option. Probably not what I'll do.
Yeah, honestly, if I was to fight in the war, the president would have to do some pretty cool shit first.
What do you
Um,
mean?
no, you'd have to do something pretty impressive. He'd have to be a pretty cool guy for me when I go fucking be like, all right, yeah, let's go invade a country real quick. But until then, it's like, yeah, just kind of lay low. Try to avoid that.
Yeah.
I don't think we got a cool enough president yet.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna need to get me a better narrative. You're gonna
Oh
need to
yeah,
come
for
up with some
sure.
better stuff than you got now. Because
Yeah, that's what I need more.
I'm not gonna go and die for somebody who I know is a little is a you know a slime organism below me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of fucking piece of
you want me to
shit.
go and die for the elites? You better have some good elites for me to look up to in every way, and I just don't see it. You know?
I don't see any of them.
Give me
But
give me something better, because this looks pretty lame right now. Looks like y'all are
yeah,
about to die, and I'm not gonna
I would
I'm
die
not
for the
gonna
fucking Kennedy administration. You know, if it was like something honorable, like World War II. But this is just fucking bullshit. This is just so gay. Like everyone in charge is just some fucking uh, gay ass pedophile, as far as I'm concerned.
pretty
Not
much,
really
yeah.
hear, not really hearing anything other or anything against that. It seems
Yeah.
like everyone's being a gay ass pedophile right now, and it's like, well, you know, you guys can go ahead and do that, but you can do it by yourselves. I'm not going to feed into that logic.
Yeah.
But anyways, how long have we been recording? I've not been keeping track of the time here. Holy shit.
It does look like we can wrap up, but it does look like what has been kind of, shouldn't say satisfying to watch, but satisfying to watch on some level. It's nice to be right. I don't really, it's not good, because the stuff I'm right about is like, you know,
Yeah.
we see gold and silver way up. I go, that's nice. I like it. It's good for me, but does not indicate good things to come. But the one thing I have seen playing out more and more is like, does really look like the autistic utopia is coming into being. Looks like that North American technate is starting to form.
Mm-hmm.
If the
Yeah, pretty soon we'll have Greenland under control.
Yeah, if we go get Greenland and Mexico, and the
And then it's
forces
just going to be like
that,
what the timeline as I see it is we're going to have like AI robots, you know, after a long period of time, AI robots. AI is going to pretty much control everything. Like humans are going to still be in control, but it's going to be like AI ran. We're going to have big cities dedicated just like keeping that shit running, like data centers and stuff. And then the AI is going to take over. And then we're going to be like, well, we can't use AI anymore. Might as well just use people. And then we're going to have like people robot like hybrids, you know, in the North American Technate. Sorry, that's just what I think when I think, you know, North American Technate.
yeah, that does
But
look like what's gonna happen. But
we're gonna have fucking the U.S. military is just gonna be made up of like combat servitors. We're gonna be like, yeah, give him a machine gun arm, yeah, give him a fucking claw arm. So this guy, his dedicated assignment for the rest of his life, he has 50 years of usage. Pretty much lives here at the factory. He's gonna make Nissan Sentras. Um, yeah, he was a prisoner at one point. We locked him up for saying cuss words online. That's our future. That's our future. And then they're gonna grind people up into fucking like
McRibs.
what's it? What do they call it? What are they, like they're gonna turn people into starch for bread. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna make it bad. They're gonna make
Yeah,
it bad, and they're gonna make it sad. So get ready. You
yeah.
know, this is what we're fighting against. I don't know what my point was, but
I think I think that's the point. That is what we're fighting against. And you know, there are the cycles of time and or of history, and you know, the evil forces uh coming to be, and there definitely are, like, what were you saying? How did you word it earlier about like the people that are running things are just like kind of weak, um, or you know, there's like these kind of psychos that are just having like real weak conforming people under them that are, you know, building these structures of surveillance and control, and it either ends in that uh, existing in totality and controlling everybody, or you know, there are groups that rise up and either totally turn things around or at least exist outside of that system.
yeah,
That's what I want to do, because there's the way things are going, and how you can use that and see that and benefit from that. And then there's also going, well, we don't want a lot of that, and here's how we can force our own will and what's right into being, and use what's going on in the current world to use the way the world's going to benefit yourself, because what else are you going to do? But you can also build your own world up.
Yeah. Swag.
Um,
I think that's the main thing.
yeah, basically just buy as much gold and silver and probably put a little Bitcoin on a hard wallet end of the year, and start start building your compound, I guess.
Just get to it.
We'll see. We'll get to it, and we'll adapt as things move along. And we'll see what happens with with everything, and we'll see.
I think that's the right way. I think that's the right way to end it. Right there.
We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? We'll see. Onwards into the glorious future.
Oh yeah.
Bam.
Swag, yeah.